At least one man says rabbits took a chunk out of his car at DIA. The rodents are going after wiring in some late model cars, and we found some mechanics who say it's really not that unusual. Fox 31's Dave Young live at the Pikes Peak shuttle lot where biting bunnies have been a problem before, Dave.
Yeah, that's right, Kelly. It was about 5 years ago we were out here reporting on the same issue. Motorists who said they parked out here, had their cars chewed on by rabbits. We found out there is a compound in the wiring of newer model cars that is attractive to rabbits and other rodents. And the two things there's plenty of out here, and that is cars and rabbits.
They called me and told me that rodents had eaten through the wires.
That's what the VW dealer said was wrong with Dexter Meyer's brand new Jetta after a 9-day stay here at DIA's Pikes Peak lot where he returned from vacation.
You didn't just pick the car up from the airport, did you? And I said, well, as a matter of fact, I did. And he said, well, we've had several problems with people having rabbits eating through the wiring.
We've seen rabbits and we've seen mice, and they're eating up the newer cars.
2002 and newer, says mechanic Bogus, in cars parked near fields.
I had no idea.
Cars like Myers that use a soy-based compound in the wiring, and a BMW a lady brought in.
There was a furry animal there, and I poked at it. It was a rabbit.
Myers says DIA admitted there's rabbits out here and everywhere else, so they can't be sure their bunnies did the biting.
We are aware of the problem and that they were thinking about increasing patrols, and I said, to check out for bunnies.
Bunnies who clearly have not gotten the word.
All I want to do is just to tell you there was a problem, just to let you know you might want to do something about it. And she said, well, there is a fence.
Which is clearly a deterrent.
They made it in there. They found my car. They ate the wiring. The fence isn't working. And she said, well, I don't know what to tell you. And I said, I just want to be sure this is reported.
He says he never wanted reimbursement for repairs.
So I ended up paying, $238 plus $55 in parking.
In fact, he's been a fan of the airport.
So I was kind of surprised when they kind of stonewalled the response.
When he just wanted a hair of cooperation.
Now, not to make too light of it, there's not a whole lot you can do if you have a newer model car, except be wary of parking near open fields that may have a lot of rodents. If you have them around your garage, it's a good idea to put traps perhaps around your garage. They say do not put poison on your wiring. It could damage it and or make you and your family sick. And other than that, you just got to kind of be wary of those droppings around your car to see if something's going on. Kelly?
Yeah, it sounds like a problem, but at the same time, Dave, you pull into these lots, and a lot of times they say, park at your own risk. The company's not responsible for what happens to the cars. Has DIA responded to your story at all?
Well, yeah, I talked to DIA yesterday about this, and he said, you know what, I'm not even going to comment about this. I'm not going to go on camera because there's no proof that this man or anybody else's car was damaged by the rabbits out here and not somewhere else, and we're certainly not going to open the floodgates to a bunch of people claiming they have damaged cars out here at DIA.
We'll see how this plays out because I know a lot of folks park out at Pikes Peak. Dave Young live tonight. Thanks, Dave.
12 volunteers.